We are live, I think. Let's bring my partner in crime in.
How do, everybody?
Hello. 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 Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I see Zach's here. Zach was here. Yeah, Zach and Paul. And Sean.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Paul. Yeah, Zach wasn't here a while ago. And look who it is. It's Mr. Hack.
Mr. Man. The Hack
Mr.
Man.
Guitar Hack himself, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my gosh. Quentin James is in the house.
Quentin effing James. What's up, Quentin? How's Amit? Is he flying?
How was Christmas? How was Christmas, Don?
Just not much. You know, just me and my wife. We did stop over and to see friends for about 5 minutes, and I whipped up a batch of 2 Cosmos for my wife and her girlfriend, and they had those outside. You know, we stayed outside. It was too cold. It was freezing on Christmas Day.
You didn't go in the house?
No. We just we stood outside in their backyard and took the dog. The dog ran around. We used to all summer. These friends were our savior because they have an in-ground pool. So we would go over there and hang around the pool, and but we can't go inside. Because Bill, the husband, he's a double lung transplant, so we didn't want to take any chance, so we stayed outside.
Very high risk.
Very high risk, and so the girls had their Cosmo, and then we were on that east side of town, Essex, so we stopped over Perry Hall to my dad and stepmom's grave, and that was about it. Not much, but it was nice.
So we had I think 16 people counting us. Had my stepdaughter and her 2 boys that are married and have kids, their kids, and her fiance's daughter and husband and their kid was over. And
cool.
But it was good. It was
nice.
It was good. We had a good time. And
that's good.
So I showed this. Everybody's seen this already. If you follow me on YouTube or some of the other video shows, YouTube shows, let me see. I can't see.
There you go. Right, bring it down a little bit. There you go. One more guitar, I promise. The Pinocchio.
Yeah. I was gonna wear it tonight, but it's freezing in
here. Yeah.
And then this is a sign.
That is very cool.
My wife got that at Hobby Lobby.
Good for Mrs. Heyman, man. That's nice of her. That was nice of her. Yeah. There's Jesse from Spacey Jazzy Bluesy and Great Fanzini. Somebody else, Frank C. Clive, 54.
Hi, Clive, Sean, Frank C. Frank, okay. I got your email, so I started looking at that a little bit, the video. Of course, that's just in the back of my head. He was giving me some ideas of about a 5150 Kramer replica guitar. And you can buy. They were selling the kits. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I certainly like the way I love this. I'm going to show this. I got Frank C's. This is his guitar. It's not mine.
You got another guitar, right?
Yeah, this is Frank C's.
Look at that red springs. Very cool. Red kill switch. Red locking nut. Did it come with the red, or did he add those?
I know Frank. He'll see what he says in the chat. He did a lot. He had a lot of upgrades done to it. I know he upgraded some of the Floyd Rose components, put better I can't talk.
That kill switch is like a button, isn't it? Put that.
Yeah, I think he had that put in.
That's like a button. That is really cool. That's not like a toggle or anything. That's just
it's just a button and it stays lit.
Oh wow!
It shows up even with the computer off. Of course, it's on now. Yeah. It'll stay lit.
Wow, that is really cool. There's Nelson. Hey, Nelson Rodriguez, what's happening, dude?
Hey, Nelson. Happy New Year, guys.
We miss anybody else on? Got to keep up with
Um,
this. This should be my job. Sean, yeah, we got it. I think we got everybody. I think we're caught up.
yeah.
Frank C, Zach, yeah. Okay. Anybody get a new guitar for Christmas? I'm a little. I tell you what, I don't know how people keep up with. You know, I'm back up over 230 subs now that I'm sub to, and I can't keep track of everybody. I try to go down, and then I get distracted, and it's crazy.
Last of my red solo cups. I mean, we still got a bit left, but it's no more after this.
Did
'Cause,
they
yeah,
actually make them there? Make them
yeah,
there where you were at?
they made them in well, they used to make them at Owings Mills, but then when they shut that down, the closest production facility was in Troublesburg, Maryland, on the Eastern Shore.
In Federalsburg. Okay. Used to
Yeah,
have a
and
cousin that lived there.
that's still there. The production field is, yeah, they didn't close that down, but they used to, we used to have them in Owings Mills, and that came from Solo Cup when we bought them out, or they bought us out.
All right. D Tube has joined us. Now,
There it is.
Is D Tube new to the community or is he renamed?
He's from Dave's. I met him from Dave's
Okay.
guitar channel.
Channel.
He's
Cool.
very good,
Cool.
excellent, great guy.
All right.
And there's Frank. Okay, Frank had Phil install the kill switch, and he purchased the other parts from FU Tune.
Oh, here you go. I see. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Phil,
That's very
I got
cool
my
looking.
Telecaster back, and it's fine. I didn't even plug it up. I just played it, and it was fine. I haven't played it yet because I'm gonna start playing. I haven't played in 2 days, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna tonight. I'll play around with this a lot.
Was
I
the
just
action
haven't
okay?
been
Was the action okay, or did you have to have that lowered?
The action was okay. It was just the 14th fret was bending on the E string. It was like dead. I think he said he fouled 2 frets and put new strings on too.
Well, I
He did a setup again.
I had Spacey Jazzy Bluesy lower the action on my telly, and I love.
See,
I
had mine lower
so much
too
nicer.
when I initially got it back in May. I had Phil. It's the guy that works in the liquor music store
Right.
up here in Hanover, and he fixed it then.
But I took it back to get set up after a week after I had bought it, and
Hmm.
it's like I got it back, and it's I should have tried it at the store and left it, but I didn't. I figured, God, and oh my God, it was if I was going to play slide, it would have been perfect. But Jesse took care of me.
It's good
It's
now.
Rick Hefner. Yeah, it's real good. I love it. Rick
Hey,
Hefner.
Rick.
And the funny thing is it's got more of a baseball bat type neck. It doesn't affect me one way or the other, whether it's a skinny neck
I think mine's skinny. I think mine
or
is
thin or whatever you want to call it.
yours may be different, but I'll tell you what. And like when Frank has, I don't know how many different, like 4 or 5 different EVH guitars or whatever. When I had the stripe on last week, it's the Kramer. It has a bigger neck. It was a little wider. The fretboard was a little wider,
Right.
and it was more. I don't know a high C. I don't know what you call it, but it was a thicker neck, and I liked it better than the smaller neck. At least with my short, stubby fingers. So if they could, I really did like. I mean, this plays better. It sounds better, and the Toy Rose is easier to use and everything on this one. But I like the neck better on the other one.
Yeah, Clive.
Yeah.
Jesse can play very, very well. He's very proficient. I'll tell you who would be a good combo to jam together would be Spacey Jazzy Bluesy and Rick Romanelli. They're not really similar in the way they play, but to me they would make a dynamite duo.
I got to bring this up. Dwight Bailey. This is from DTube. Dwight Bailey came down with COVID.
Oh no!
Does he have any symptoms, or is he?
I just saw him in the channel that we won't mention earlier today.
Some people get it and don't have symptoms.
Oh,
So-
no. Well, I hope that's what he's got. Is what do they call that? Asymptomatic or something?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's probably the only one. That's the only guitar I didn't try of yours, then, Frank. Yeah, that'll be next.
Frank, did
But
you modify the Charvel? That is yeah, man. Dwight,
Frank can do it.
Dwight's okay.
Frank can do a lot of stuff himself. He knows how. Unlike me,
Yeah, you and me
but
both, brother.
the tough jobs, we take it to. We use the same luthier, the tech in Link's Guitar Shop in Link's Music in Hanover.
So I did a jam a little while ago and put it up, and it's a I'm playing to a PGH live jams. Skip, he did a backing track, kind of cool, and Rick Romanelli had posted a video. And he had P9 featured P90 pickups, and he had an Epiphone hollow body. I said, I need to pick up my Epiphone hollow body. I was going to jam on that. I haven't played it for 6 months. Oh my God! I got to give it back to Jesse. It felt terrible. And what's really weird,
Oh,
when I
really?
plugged it into the Helix, when I tried to tune the high E string, it kept reading C, but I tuned it to another. I just hit it, and it matched another guitar. It was almost in tune, but it wouldn't read. Something's wrong with the electronics on that guitar. So
Really?
that's probably the next one to go. The Epiphone. I never play it. I had it
Yeah.
along.
It's just. I just play. I stick with something too long. I don't switch off like I should.
All right, there's Michael, and I don't know how to say his last name, so I'll just say, "Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? Hope you had a good Christmas or holiday."
Lapanese.
Well, that's the thing. Is it Lapanese or Lapanese? Cheers.
Hey,
There's
Andy.
Andy Dion. Cool. How you doing, man?
You got some real musicians in here now.
We got a lot of good guys, a lot of good players.
Now,
Lot
I
of
think
good
your friend Spacey Jazzy. Does he
Yeah.
have any videos? Because I think I
Yeah,
friended
he's
him.
put up a few. He started to put up
All
a
right,
few.
I'm pretty sure I friended him, and I just haven't
Yeah,
had a chance.
anything he put, he's worth ring. He doesn't put out a lot of stuff, but when he does, it's worth listening to. He's one that you definitely want to ring the bell on, because what he plays is, he's one of, again, you remind, like, there's guys like him, Rick Romanelli, there's others, Andy, Dion, Ian, I can't think of his last name, Ian from over the pond. They don't make any mistakes. Now, I don't know how many attempts they make on their videos, but they just play.
Rick's like a professional.
Yeah.
I hadn't followed. You know what? Like when I think I told you a few months back, I was following so many people I unfollowed, but I couldn't remember who to. So slowly I get
Refollow.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just started following Rick again.
It's so hard to keep track of. I mean, again, like I said, I had about a month ago, I had maybe 2 months ago, I had kind of like what do you call it? Minimized how many people I personally was sub to. What do you call it? You go through you. There's a word I'm thinking, but anyway, I had it down to around 200.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back to 238. If you get on Metalhead Hippie, you get a lot of subs. I mean, I'm getting subs, people out of nowhere listening to my videos, and I don't see them in because I go back and I miss a lot of hippies streams, but I go back and watch them, parts of them, and read some of the chat, and I don't recognize any of these names, so I don't know where these people find you from, but a lot of them are just fishing for subs. But
Yeah, I was
sub
up
them
late
for a while.
last night and I started watching some. I didn't comment, but I was just watching some before you went off.
Oh, cool. We got Fender Guru.
Andrew, that's Andrew.
Is that
Hi,
Andrew? Yeah, he's cool,
Yep,
dude.
he is. So what else is new? But and this was brought up. Tyler Lawson from Music Is Win.
Yeah.
He came down. He was hospitalized.
He got really.
Yeah, and he's a young guy.
Yeah.
And they released him, but he got a. I think he had pneumonia.
Oh
and,
my God.
But he's home now. I understand he's home. I haven't seen if he did any videos. But
Some scary shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Hack, I don't know if you said you were. I don't know if you heard, but Dwight the Hitman came down with COVID. Hack, you had jumped out, and I think he jumped back in. Man, I hope everybody say a prayer for Dwight.
Yeah, I follow him on Facebook. I'll send him a message. See.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give him my best. I'll leave a comment. I haven't listened to his last video. I I'm telling you, I got nothing but time because we don't do anything anymore.
I'm not watching videos
But
like I
I'm not
used to.
watching as many as I used to. Like you said, there's Sonia. Hey Sonia, how you doing?
Hi, Sonia. Happy New
Daniel
Year.
Horsley, man, how many we got in the chat?
They don't tell you from here. I have to go on the YouTube page. Let's say
DTube had it too.
yeah, YouTube had it.
Oh my god!
And he has some,
and he has diabetes.
Yeah, 18 watching.
All right, cool. I'm impressed. We're like the minor league, you know that, Nick.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I do this for the fun. I mean,
exactly. What else we got? We got nothing else to do, right?
Now I've had this cough for like 2 months. I can't get rid of it, and I get it a couple times a year. They usually give me something for bronchitis or something, but I don't have no fever or anything. But I might call the doctor or something. I don't know. See if
my wife. Hold on a second, Janet. What's that stuff you take? What? For the drip? Claritin. My wife takes Claritin. she was of course we both smoke. We both smoke, so I cough all
I have taken that before. I got stuff to take. But I still like to go to the doctors, make sure nothing else is going on.
Anyway, it's a sober night for 2 3/4 jams. I'm on penicillin. I got a tooth that's got to come out, and I'm losing all my back teeth. I got bridges in the front. These are all fake. They're my nice teeth, and but I'm losing my back teeth. So I found a new dentist. He's going to yank the one. I had a tooth pulled in November. I'm losing them. They're left and right. But anyway, it's going to be, and it gets pulled New Year's Eve day, Thursday. So I can't have no apple juice on New Year's Eve for me. Not after a tooth pulled. Here's Dwight Bailey. How you doing, Dwight?
Dwight, how you doing, Dwight? How you feeling, man?
Hugh Caldwell. Hey, Hugh.
Are you okay, Dwight? I am.
We say hi to Daniel Horsley. Hey, Daniel.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that've had it.
You got it, Andy. You have it.
But I know, I just recently, in the last year or 6 months, reunited with a childhood friend that lived near us, and he had open heart surgery, and but he got COVID, so they had to post that.
Oh my God!
But he had no symptoms. But he had to wait for like 2 weeks for it. But he had no symptoms. But then he had his heart surgery, and he's fine.
Doing okay, just a bit congested. All right, Dwight, that's good to hear, man. Prayers are with you, buddy. You should be fine. You'll be fine. Positive thoughts and prayers. That's the way I look when you get sick.
That's what I am, congested. But I have no fever, as far as I know. But every now and then I'll get my wife she'll check my temperature. She has these thermometers where they ding or something. And I can't hear. That's how bad my hearing is. I can't hear the sound go off when it's
It's funny when my wife goes to the doctor, whatever. They can't ever get a reading from those things that they. Mm-hmm. I guess they pointed at your head, or I don't even know how that works.
I don't know how it works.
Technology beyond does not compute like a lot of things with me. Does not compute.
Right.
So I've kind of like lost track of I don't think anybody got a new guitar for Christmas. Somebody got a guitar, didn't they?
Did Brian Stork get a new guitar? I can't remember. He got I know he got a pedal board.
Again, my hat's off to all you guys that do these streams and host a show and keep track of the chat. Good, mooga.
Frank C's asked me, did I take my tree down and replace it with? I'm thinking he's talking about the real tree. I said, my wife, she just She took the ornaments off the tree today, and
Really?
she'll probably take the it's a skinny tree. It's real easy. She didn't want anything big.
Yeah, Brian got a Gretsch. Okay. I'll have to go back
That's
over and
right.
check
Brian
it.
got a Gretsch, and he really likes it. Speak up. Okay. All right. How's that? DTube? Is this better? But I had it away from me because it's covering my New Year's thing.
Gotcha.
That's why.
All right. I got it. No, that's the wrong
So either I'm talking too loud or too low.
one. That's
My
fine.
wife,
You keep it there.
my wife says I mumble all the time.
You know, Mitch, I got this new computer. It's not new anymore, but the computer you helped me get. Oh, there's the speakers. Okay. I needed to turn down the volume a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. See, it's always best. See, we could get you a better mic. And it.
I need a camera and a mic.
Oh, you get a C920 if you can find
I
them.
know you
But
told
that camera's
me.
pretty good though. It's not that bad. There's
Nice
also
computer. I don't use it much.
there
Oh,
you can get a
I'm-
USB mic and it'll sound.
This says I have dual digital mics. I'm looking at the little sticker they put on the flat part of the laptop.
Mm,
I wonder
but
if they're
typically the mics and laptops and the webcam
no.
built in are not that good. But I got to be honest, yours doesn't look that bad. Although it changes shades every now and then.
Yeah, well,
It does it
I'll,
automatically.
I'll get
But
on. I'll
it's
get
not
with it
that
one of
bad.
these days. I'll get with it, and then you can get my computer and like you did the other last week and set everything up for me.
Before COVID started, you could get those C920s for like $50, and because of COVID and people working from home, everybody's buying those cameras, so they're out of stock. But they're
I thought they were like $300. They went up to like
nah.
$300.
Well,
Something that's
some people were selling them, trying to sell them for $200. I saw
the camera or the mic.
the webcams, the C920, the
okay.
Logitech C920s. But people are, what's the word I'm looking for? They're gouging you because of the crisis going on.
All right, we got a debate here. Hack says he got a Gretsch, and Frank thought he got a Solar. He was talking about it the other night.
He got both. He got the solar.
He got both?
He got the solar like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Italian guitar.
Man, that guy goes through more guitars than Hack does. And Hack goes
Yeah,
through some
I'm
guitars.
trying not to. I'm saying I wouldn't mind getting a straight guitar, EVH guitar, but there's another thing why I don't watch a lot of videos or live streams, because I'm playing. I need to be. I can't practice when I'm watching a show, or I need to. Well, actually, I can a little bit, but I need to learn. Work on. So I'm actually. You know what I was doing before you came on? I've been on for like 2 or 3 hours, right? I'm looking at some of my old videos, right, and checking out some of the. I put some Christmas songs up, and the one I was looking for, I didn't see. I don't think I put it up on YouTube. I just had a recording, and I don't know what I did with it. But I'm looking one, and if you're still here, Frank, I'm looking at the one with the THU I had up there. It did sound really good. Yeah, it's the emulation software. It's guitar software, but it's emulation guitar software where it's like Guitar Rig 5 or something. But THU, it's like what Steve from Boston uses. And I had a demo of it once, but then it switched over from THU to whatever it is called now. It's by the company's Overloud, and they had it on sale for like 100 and I forgot what was 160 recently, for the holidays or something like that. Maybe it was cheaper than that. But it sounded real. I wasn't playing good, but it sounded good. So I'm looking at my video from like 2 years ago, I think it was. But it sounded good.
All your you've got your old videos when you were using the Katana, man. That Katana sounds good.
But actually, let me. Can I?
I probably should have got a Katana. Paul, I agree with you. I need to get some light. Maybe I'll bring one of my lights down from upstairs. But and now Andy Dion says that Brian got a Dark Knight Tele. I remember him talking about that now. Boy, that guy gets some guitars. A Tommy Iommi Signature SG. I remember seeing that guitar. I wanted to play one of those. That's really cool. That's got an ebony fretboard, I think, and that's really neat. It's all black, I think. The Epiphone. Tony. I said Tony Iommi. Yeah. He's the guy with the fingers, right? The metal fingers. Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I think so.
Lost his fingers in an accident.
I can't find it.
Frank says the THU is only $79. All right, Jesse. Later, if you can make it. If not, I'll be talking with you, dude. Thanks for stopping by. With cross inlays, yeah, Rick. That's a cool looking guitar. Crosses in the frets, yeah. That's a very cool guitar. Now, is that regular pickups or was that active pickup? You know, EMGs.
Oh, mobile. I'm not going to do anything mobile.
There's Sean Aaron. Hey, how you doing, Sean? Not familiar with. Is that somebody new or an old? You know, people keep changing their names, and I'm not up with the name change.
I know
like
people change.
Old man Dan. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome, Sean Aaron. If that's two people or one person, Katana artist not long ago. Yeah, see, if I would have, that's very cool. If I would have got a katana, and I almost did months way before I got the Helix, got a katana, and then just got the foot controller, I'd have probably been just as happy as with the Helix because the Helix is it's a nightmare trying to figure out, and you got to know how to dial the things in with on the amps, the sag, the hum, and then the EQs. I don't understand EQ. I almost missed my.
I have added it in there, an EQ, and play with it, but that's just you still have to know what you're doing. I mean,
exactly.
Passive
humbuckers.
Oh, here it is.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
cool.
Let me. Oh, did I turn my? Make sure I turn. You're not getting an echo. Yeah, I turned it off. Okay, I'm gonna post this link, and you can listen to it later, and I'll send it to you. But this is using that. It's TH3 over loud. That's the company. It was a demo. It's emulation software where you would use if you have a DAW, or you have to have a audio interface.
Yeah.
And but I'm going to post it in. Let me see. Let me get the regular chat up because I don't want to figure it out.
I've got a DAW and an interface, and I don't use either one of them yet.
Yeah. See if you can.
You're right, Hack. It does sound like a bad date.
Listen to that sound. If anybody wants to go, I mean, don't pay attention to the bad guitar playing, but just listen to how good the sound is. Really, it sounds good.
Play it.
Should
I mute? Should I mute?
Can I? I don't think it's going to sound good in here. Actually, let me. How do I play? That's one thing I don't know how to play a video in here. Share screen. Let's see what happens.
All right, do it.
Let me.
If I need to mute, just put your thumb up if you want me to mute.
See, I don't know if they're going to hear anything, but I can try it. Hold on. All right. Let me. I'm going to share my screen and just let me know if you hear sounds or something. Share screen. Share screen. Easiest minute. Share screen.
Yeah, Daniel, you sound real good with your katana. All your sounds sound. Anybody that plays through the katana sounds good. Can you hear me now, Paul? Yeah, let's do a commercial. Whatever happened? They stopped that program. They went on to something new. That was what, AT&T? They don't seem to advertise as much as they used to.
Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. I can see where it says share audio. Hold on. Let me try it again. Let me try to share screen.
Hack, did you do your collab earlier after that channel we don't mention? He was going to do a collaboration. Lurking and eating. Yeah. There you go. You got it.
Nah, that's
Cool.
not the right one. That ain't the right one, but
Well, you're halfway there. You figured out how to pull it up.
that's not right. I I put the wrong link in there. Hold on.
Oh, you got to copy and paste the link, and then
I did the wrong. I copied the wrong thing.
that's a lot of
Now I
work.
gotta. Nah, it's not. I'm just
All right, good
from
job,
Tuesday.
Hack. Got her done. Got her done. Chicken parmesan. I'm so
Are you
dying to
see?
chew a steak I can't chew.
Are you seeing that the big screen?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, and
uh,
it's the over loud demo noodling.
all right. Tell me if you
TH3.
can.
Yeah.
Tell me if you can hear it.
No,
No.
not yet. No, but
Hmm,
nothing's. It's. Did you click the start,
I
the
did.
triangle?
I did. Hold on.
Because it's not. It doesn't look like the. It doesn't look like the thing's moving.
That's that's not the right one. Hold on.
Can you get to the top right and hit start?
Nah, I shared the wrong.
Well, that was the noodling with the TH3. You had the right video up. It looks like
All
you're
right.
in your YouTube studio.
Yeah.
There's Ed Dana. Hey, Ed. Another Canadian.
All right, let me try it again. He's not a Canadian.
Ed Dana
He,
isn't?
he's Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. Okay, right. Ed, okay. Ed
All
Dana.
right.
Okay.
All right. Now I think I can do it. All right. I'm going to share a screen.
They look nothing alike. I get him and Ben Coombs mixed up. Don't ask me why. It's an old man
Share
thing.
share audio. Application
Is this
window.
Moscow Mitch?
Chrome tab.
Moscow Mitch.
All right. Here we go. Share it. See if this works. It should work.
There you go. Can hear it. Yeah. It sounds good.
Hmm.
That's good, man. Is that your EVH?
It's all right. It's enough.
Ed Dana, it's StreamYard. Powered by StreamYard. The duck's up there in the top right hand corner.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounded really. I thought it sounded
It sounded
real
real good. Real nice clean tone. Was that the
But
EVH?
I don't know what. That was my EVH, and I'm
Yeah.
using the software, the TH3 full or THU. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so hesitant in buying it because I think
Yeah.
it sounds better than anything I have.
You just got it. You got it. You got to play. There's a lot of. I'm telling you, there's the guy Paul from England and this guy Steve Scarlacci. They're the two easiest to understand.
Yeah, I've been
Showing you
following
how
him
to
before
how
you
to right how
mentioned him
to
to me. Steve, yeah.
before of all the guys, they go the slowest and make the most sense if you want to learn how to use the helix. But
Hmm.
I'm so far away from getting where I want it. But I got some decent sounds. I think they're okay.
I got to use this pop out chat because of the. It's not showing up. It's a little lagging in mine.
But don't you have a Yamaha thing on the computer that gives you sounds? That sounds good.
I have a Yamaha THR 10X.
That sounds good. Your katana sounds good. Your heel. You don't need another one, dude.
Everything I
You
have,
don't
it
need
goes into the
another one.
computer.
Right. You do not need another one.
But that THU, it's all software. But I have Guitar Rig, which works the same way as THU, but it's older and doesn't have as many as good things.
Well, you do everything through headphones anyway, so you don't, maybe sell the Helix and buy another guitar.
Yeah, Sonya, I do. Actually, I was a guest on there. He had me on there about 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago when Andrew. Yeah, he's good, and but now I'm up all hours of the night. But he's been doing like a regular thing with what's his name, Steve. He used to go on Johnny Bean show all the time, talk about EVH. Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, and he's high into they like the Rolling Stones, and I'm a big fan of the Rolling Stones. Even though I don't play anything really, but I love the Rolling Stones.
Love the Stones.
I think I might have some stuff up there. I'm a doodler. I don't play anything all the way through. I just.
Oh, you do good with that Eddie Van Halen stuff. I can't play any of that. I can't even touch that kind of with the squeals and the tapping and
Actually, you know what I said?
I can't do any of that. Don't even try.
I think when that same video was playing, I got some tapping, right? And I was kind of playing it good. It was just slow. So with YouTube, you can speed it up.
Yeah.
So I sped it up, and it kind of came out good. Let me play. Actually,
yeah, Frank, I remember the shirt he's got, but that he'll buy another. I know he'll buy another guitar.
Me?
Yeah, you'll eventually. You'll sell one or whatever. Might be a year from now, might be 5 years, but it'll come.
Let me see.
I like that guitar Hack has. I don't know if he's got, what's the one he's got that's not a Fender, not a Gibson? Music Man. The EVH you have, is that a Music Man that you have?
No, it's an EVH. Just
EVH.
It's made by Fender. No, it's
Fender.
not. It's
that's a Fender.
I have this. Yeah, I have this. I have a
that.
standard, which is the cheapest one. It was. I think I paid $450 for it. I got it new, but it was a couple years old when I got it.
Okay.
But actually, let me here. I'm gonna play around with your guys' heads. Watch. Check this out. Let me go back. I'm gonna get it. I think there. Let's see what happens when I set this up. I'm going to share screen, share audio, application window, Chrome tab. All right. Check this out.
That's great.
Oh, why keeps them cutting out.
Mitch Heyman, the Shred King. Got to change the name to your channel to Shred King now. That was awesome. Eddie Van Halen. Yeah, I like it, Hack.
But I put it up on like 3 times the speed. I got to put it back. So next time I get with something, yeah. But I don't even remember how to play it now. I just forgot how to play it. But I was looking at it today. Like I was looking at all these old videos, and I saw the one with the THU, and I just thought it sounded really good.
Yeah. Now that my channel's grown a little bit, and I'm over 300 subs. I go back, and if I'm under, first it was 75. If I don't have 80 views now, it doesn't make the cut. I chop it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many views? Mine, I don't even pay no mind. Mine don't get a lot of views.
I'm just curious. You'd be surprised. Hold on a second. I'll tell you.
I don't even pay no
I'll be
mind. I
right
mean, I
back.
look, but I can't forget. I can't remember what mine gets.
I'll tell you here in a
Um,
second. I'll tell you here in a second. Where's Mitch? Mitch videos. You get not. You get 100 on. Well, your guitar sound testing with Helix only got 52 views. Testing out Restream only got 50 views. But you're in the 80s to over 100. You're almost over. You got 400 on the Schecter Apocalypse review. That's a
that was
lot of
Frank's
740.
guitar.
And then you got 740 views on the best guitar I ever played.
The Kramer.
That was the red one.
Yeah,
Now, is that the one that he
was,
painted, or is that a
no,
different?
no,
Kramer?
no. This was it was no. He didn't have that payment. I forgot what the model number was called, but it really played good.
Oh Lord, on your finally playing my Les Paul again. 59 views. What's that all about? That's not right. All
Yeah,
right. Well, anyway,
I'm
let
gonna
me
pull
get out of
my
it.
Les Paul and
But
start playing
you're
that
doing
again.
good. You average over 100 views a video. Average, sure. Especially with some of the big ones, 400, 700 views. My God.
I got some shaving cream and some razors aftershave, but I haven't. I shave like once a week now.
That's about it. I just shaved to go to the dentist.
You still haven't got a haircut yet, have you?
No, man, look at it. It's getting there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm going to go, get the ponytail for a while just for because I love my wife so much. And then I'm going short again, man. It's just too much work. Too
Hi,
much
Brian.
work.
There's Brian
Hey,
S. He's the one that
Brian,
got the 2 guitars recently,
we were talking about you, Brian, and all your guitar
and
jonesing
a pedal board
pedal board. There you go.
Although I was watching your older video with Brian, you put the lock and tuners on. You probably don't have the guitar anymore. Didn't you have a PRS SC at one time? Or I saw you putting some lock and
See, he had a
tuners on there.
CE. I thought he had a CE 24 or something. I think he sold that. I think he sold that and bought another one.
Yeah, I don't
Hard
can't
to
remember
keep
what.
track.
Because I thought, because originally I was thinking about getting rid of the PRS SC, but I'm playing it again, and it has great harmonics in it. That's your number one. Yeah, yeah. And look, it's Sandra. Sandra's in here. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Yeah, and everybody check out Sandra's page. Page. See, that's why you're the better talker than I. I
You're
mean,
fine.
Sandra's
You're fine.
channel. She has some great shows. She highlights musicians. Really great videos, professionally done.
I don't know how she
I
did
might
that thing
add.
she did for Hack. Oh my God! I think she's doing another one for Hack.
Yeah, he's got another
I can't
video
even
coming out
edit.
that
I
he
can't
wrote.
even edit my jam videos. I just, I'll get there one day. I said earlier that, when the COVID thing. Now that all this time I have at home, I'll figure out the doll thing and start editing videos. I haven't even opened up the doll thing.
Yeah, I say I'm going to do it too, and I don't do no.
Rename my channel the Procrastination Channel.
Yeah, I went from 396 subs to 433 since
Okay.
the day before yesterday
And you'll be hitting
because
500 before you know it, dude.
of that raid. But I mean, is it going to stay there? Who knows? I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm not really worried about it. But let me see. So I was looking for Christmas music that I had up.
Oh, hey, listen, I got a copyright strike for my "Have a Merry
Cl-
Christmas."
Probably just that's
Claim.
okay. You're not monetized. Did
I
they
know,
take
but
it?
I mean,
Did they pull it down?
no, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so.
See, they pulled my one down, but that's all I ever got was claims.
So claims okay, strikes real bad, right?
Yeah, yeah. See what some of the better Sandra or somebody can hack. They can give you a better answer on that because
No, my video, it's still "Merry Christmas, everybody" is still up.
Okay. See, when I bought the first Les Paul, the classic that I took back, the Les Paul classic, classic that I didn't like, I put that Star Wars theme in the background. They pulled it down. I mean, I still have it,
Right.
but they pulled it down. It was up for a while, like a day or two. Then they pulled it. They pulled it down.
Oh my God, Brian's gassing for guitar. Well, who didn't know that?
The only thing I would like to have is just in my mind is that the
Brian, you need a gem,
Stripe series.
a gem guitar. That's. I've I've pondered getting one of those. Not that I can play, but I don't want a Floyd Rose. It's a pain in the ass. It's like it's long hair. It's a pain in the ass. A claim won't hurt you. A strike, yeah, okay. Get 3 strike. Oh, I'm not getting a strike. I don't because I don't do. I kind of do covers occasionally, but rarely. I remember when me and Hack were trading off one like friendly, just doing the same backing track, and one we did was somebody's take on "Witchy Woman" by the
Mm-hmm.
Eagle, and I named it. I don't know, but I said in my monologue, I described it without saying "witchy woman"
Oh,
because I didn't want to get any of the copyright. Because the Eagle, I guess that guy Henley, very talented, great songwriter, great songs, but what a dick.
yeah.
Brian,
I
why don't you invest in a guitar store post COVID now when things are back to normal? Be a good guy for a guitar. He's very knowledgeable. Be a good.
I think Brian worked in a music. I think he worked. I don't. Did he work in a guitar center for like a short time? I believe he. I think he did part time or something. I might be wrong. I remember you talking about it.
Ed Dane, how come you don't get strikes? I didn't even put it. Have a merry little Christmas in the title, and I got a claim. That's crazy. I don't care. They can take it down. I did it for people heard it for Christmas. That was the whole idea of it. I mean, I steal progressions out of songs, you know.
Don't we
But
all?
yeah, but I was sweating after I left the guitar here. They had a $10,000 Ibanez for $7,000. Right? Yeah, no problem. Just write him a check, Brian. No problem. Or get out the credit card. Actually, you might have to get a few credit cards, depending on what your limit is. And you do it that way.
My credit cards, whatever we use, they get paid off. I don't.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, at my age now, and
that's the idea.
I don't have no extra money come in, and I'll be having a lot less coming in. I think I got like 2 more weeks left of my unemployment, and I'm done.
The CEO and treasurer of my household make sure that there is never a balance.
I got
It's only money. It is only money.
And my wife, she pays all the bill. I wouldn't even know how to write a check. Well, she does everything online, but
well, I do write the checks, but just for the car insurance, homeowners insurance, the water bill. Hey, you're in Pennsylvania? Listen to this. They didn't send out the water bill in Baltimore County for like months. So
oh
how
yeah,
it's usually like $20, $30 or $18 or whatever. It was like I don't know how many months all balled into one. It was like $140. That was weird. Director of Finance for the water bill. That's crazy.
we have free water, but I got to pay for storage, and then gas we only pay for in winter time.
Now, are
That's
you
it,
on
right?
propane or are you on regular?
Yes, but it's pumped in. I don't have a tank outside the house. It's
Okay.
metered and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Some company in Ohio, I don't know how it works.
Right.
In Ohio, handles it.
So you wouldn't even know, it's no different than having gas or
No, and it works good. No,
Right.
it works. I was really surprised because I didn't know how the insulation was going to be in here. Of course, we haven't had it hasn't been freezing. I mean, we
It
had
is
some
now.
cold nights.
It is
yeah,
now.
but it's not bad. It's now if I'm playing guitar in here and with all the lights on here and and maybe both computers on, it will get warm. It get warmer in here. But
Rich Hefner said they've copyrighted Christmas. Yeah, pretty soon you won't be able to say Christmas or use Christmas in advertising like the NFL. You can't use Super Bowl. It's got to be the big game.
oh yeah,
Greedy bastards. $200 a month for water. Rick, where do you live? $200 a month for water. You in California?
I don't pay for water or sewer. Garbage pickup. I do not pay
Hey,
for
Dana,
that.
I wouldn't know how to fight a claim if they took one of my videos down.
I wouldn't either.
I put another one up, replace it with another one.
But we don't monopolize or monetize, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It really, really.
And when YouTube,
okay,
when
right.
Google first bought YouTube, they were trying to get you to monetize and then you didn't have to have 1,000 subs. And I said, no, I don't want to monetize. I don't want to monetize. But look how big it became. You got these monetizers.
So I wonder if you never got to 1,000 when they went to the 1,000. Did they take it away from the people? I wonder if they.
I don't know I don't know how that worked because I never got that high.
Right.
That's a good question. But you got these people. They have millions of subs, 2 million subs. What kind of money you think they're making? They're making something.
I think some of them make good money, but there's some site. Going back to I love talking about the raccoon guy, but some guy did a video on what he thought the guy was making on that one that went viral.
Don, not to interrupt you, but there's Sandra just answering your question there.
It's very hard to fight with YouTube. Oh, I remember that. I remember you talking about that. Yeah. I know. One of the semi-popular or not popular at all. It depends on how you look at it. But Will Gelvin, he had all kinds of problems. Of course, he has problems with just breathing, I think. But he had a lot of fights with YouTube. He got attacked by some goofy guy, the nephew of somebody, and there's a lot of people that say they got scammed by the guy, poor guy. But yeah, I hear you don't really want to fight with YouTube. YouTube's Google, and you're not going to win with Google.
Dan, I have family in Colorado Springs, Boone, Colorado. I got some nieces and nephews, and great nieces and nephews. Yeah, they've been there, and they've been there all their lives.
Oh, that's
so
terrible.
I was out there once.
I thought Colorado was really cool out there, Denver. I thought that was a great city.
Well, this is Colorado Springs I'm talking about. Denver is probably, it's.
That's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. That sucks. So hard to keep. Let me tell you, I'll just never stop praising the guys that do this and keep track, can talk, keep the show going, and follow the chat. It's impossible. Maybe if you higher intellect, maybe that's my problem. Low intellect.
Yeah, I'm not like probably Ed's good in here. Ed, Hack, Sandra. They can name all these albums with every song on the album. Who played on that album? That's amazing how they.
Hack just did that thing on the Cult. I might know one or two of their songs from they used to play on the radio or MTV, and it's amazing. They talk about this Sabbath album versus that Sabbath, and then what's the band? Was it Kiss had different singers or guitar players? After what Ace left, and some of them don't like this guy, some of them do. It's crazy.
I like Bachman Turner a lot. I remember I had a
BTO.
Maybe one or two of their albums, but I never. And there's probably good 5 or 6 songs I liked, but I never paid attention to whatever the other songs were. And
the only one I can say, a couple bands, Marshall Tucker and Allman Brothers, Charlie Daniels. But eventually I lost track of them, especially the Allman Brothers. They just kept changing. I didn't, until YouTube came around, I didn't even know that some of these other guys played with the Allman Brothers before they went to the format, which was when they brought Warren Haynes and his buddy, the bass player, in that died. But these bands, they change. Your life changes, and you don't.
Right, because I was, even though I started playing guitar a long time ago, like 1970, 69, 70, 14, 15. I didn't stay with it. I played. I remember I grew up with these twins in my neighborhood, and they were about the same age. It might have been a year or two younger than me, but they got real good. I mean, I remember we all started. I could play a bar chord, but they got real good, and really really good. But they were turned out to be bad kids. They got in trouble, and I haven't heard from them in probably over 30, definitely over 30 years.
Were they identical? Could you tell them
Yeah,
apart?
I could. Yeah, they were identical, but I could tell them apart. But they would go. I think one of them failed, and they would switch classes sometimes. I remember. But anyway, but they been in trouble with the law and just terrible.
That's a shame.
Yeah, when I was working on, when I was 16, I started working, full time. Been working ever since, or 17, and but what was the point I was making? Oh yeah, I started playing guitar. I would go through periods where I can hear the TV real loud.
Mine? Janet, can you turn the TV down some? Thank you.
See if you get a dynamic mic, you can get a USB dynamic mic. It won't pick that up. This is a dynamic mic. See, if I back off, you'll hear it.
All right. We'll go back and forth email.
I can give you one. I got one.
You don't need to give me one. I'll get the camera and the mic. Well, now Hack's going to do the Rolling Stones. No, I mean the Rolling Stone. Led Zeppelin. I get Led Zeppelin show. Oh my God.
This is a USB mic, dynamic mic. They're really easy to use. And
so that just plugs into the side.
Right. So you would have to.
Another thing I need to get is the portal thing. To have more of the thing that.
Oh, a USB hub.
Yeah, hub, not a portal, hub.
You can overflow them too, so you got to be careful.
Rick Hefner, I agree 100. I agree 100%. Those guys completely revived them. And then Dickie Betts went on a big drunk, and he had to turn up so loud they fired him, and so.
Yeah, this is I think is this our fourth week, Don? Is this our fourth show?
Third or fourth, I'm not sure.
I think it's fourth.
We ain't got nothing better to do, Sonia, so we'll probably keep doing it until we.
Well, Sonia just gave us a big compliment, so I'm going to give her.
Thank you very much, Sonia. She's a sweetheart.
She wants your channel. I'll post it up there.
I don't know. I'm at the point where I am recycling the same licks on every jam. I catch myself. I said, so I got to change the way I bend a note. Otherwise, it's going to sound like 2 videos ago. The one I did tonight earlier. It's like I found myself doing the same tricks and licks. What are you going to do? But it's fun. People seem to enjoy it. Some people, anyway. So.
Yeah, but we're not. See, now some of these guys, like I said, some of these guys are really educated, like Hack, and you know more than me, Don. So
about what?
But bad guitars and stuff like that, and some musicians and
not
everything.
Not much. Just a certain one, very few. Like I don't know. In high school, like I don't know why, but the crew that I hung around with, we wouldn't even consider buying an AC/DC album. I love AC/DC now.
I do too.
But in high school, it was like that wasn't cool. So who knows? Peer pressure is a stupid thing when you're young, and sometimes it follows you into your younger years of life, of adulthood.
Yes. There's Hugh Caldwell. If I didn't say hi to you,
he's been around. I think we said hi to Hugh. I think. He
does a lot.
He did a good one with Laurie. That was really good.
He's did several. He's just in the upper class guitar.
Yeah, that one just came out. The one where they and I love all the outros or whatever when people do that. God bless you, people that can edit your videos and do all that stuff. That would be. I'd love to have outros of me trying. I'm telling you, it took me about 15 tries to do a lousy clam-filled jam tonight. Right before we came on, I posted a jam to a 3-chord jam to a backing track.
Um, Brian S wants to know what school did you go to that they didn't care for ACDC?
Dude, I went to high school. I was in the 70s. I graduated in 75, dude. You know, and
Oh,
ACDC was
they
pretty
were.
big. They were big, and you
I
heard them
think
on
they
the
got more
radio.
popular after that, though. I mean,
Well, I know.
I think I saw them in the mid '80s, '86 or '87 at the Capitol Center. You've been there at the Capitol Center, right?
Oh, several. I saw some
I
really
think
good times.
twice. I think I was there. I saw ACDC and the Beach Boys, and Chicago opened up for the Beach Boys. Because the one time
That would have been a hell of a show.
the one time I was in a band, they played. I met these guys. Actually, the only time I was in a band where we made any money, I was working at Sweetheart Cup then, Sweetheart Cup Company, you know, East Mills. And I can hear that TV really.
Janet, can you please turn the TV down, honey? He can hear it. Believe it or not, he goes right through.
They're going to hear it too. What's happening? You got a condenser mic. It's going to pick up anything. And that's
Really? Is that right?
Yeah, they're condenser mics on.
Just
your
let me know.
laptop.
Just let me know.
Yeah, I mean, you sound good, but I don't want to piss your wife off there.
I do that daily, hourly, by the minute.
Anyway,
Yeah, Sonia, I'm an old fart, darling.
what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. See, you get too old.
We were talking. You were talking about Beach Boys in Chicago.
Yeah.
Capitol Center.
So how I got in this band, like I was working at Sweetheart Cup, and we had all these different trucking companies. You know, a lot of them are gone now. These union Teamster companies. You had Preston, they were from the Eastern Shore actually. Preston, Roadway, Yellow. Anyway, so I'm loading this guy up. He was driving for Preston, and we're talking. He goes, "Yeah, I'm playing in the band. We're looking for a guitarist." And he lived at Glen Burnie area. I know, so I started playing with him, and the only thing I could do then was like a Johnny B. Good riff, and they were satisfied with it. It sounds kind of stupid when you're playing Johnny B. Good riff in Smoke on the Water or something like that. And so
play what you can play at that point, right?
But they had real good vocals. The three guys, they sang really, really good. So we did a lot of bull roast stuff, and stuff like that. We played at Snyder's, which is up your way. Well, I guess if it's still there.
No, they moved, and they may have closed down, but they eventually moved. They kept getting flooded out where they were at.
Right. So he played, and I was with him for a few months, but I just felt guilty because you can get somebody better than me. I mean, there was another guitar player, but he didn't even play lead at all, just rhythm. And the keyboard player, he was good, and actually I left, but he got good and everything. But I just quit because I felt guilty because I
never played the band.
That's the only time I played in bands that never did anything. Just we just jammed, But that was the only band I ever played in. Then I played in bands but like I was saying earlier, I started playing early, but I went through periods where I got rid of everything and I didn't touch a guitar for like 10 years, a couple different times. So, about 10, I took lessons here and there, but the most I ever took lessons was in 2001 when we, in my old house, my guy I worked with who lived up the street, he got a Strat for his son, and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to get it. So I got a Ibanez 370, and he started taking lessons. His son, actually, the guy I worked with, started taking lessons, and his son. So I started going to the same guy, and he was up in. We have this music store called. It's not Lynx. It's called Menchie's Music, which is I think a franchise.
I think I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
And so the guy was there. He was older than me. But he's shredded, and he's going, "Oh, I'll have you playing like me in no time." And he was where, not to bring up anything else, but I can remember like he was complimenting me on my bends, believe it or not, complimenting me, and not to bring up anything else.
Not to bring up the bend.
And this guy was really good because I think he went to Berkeley.
Yeah, well, see, Berkeley, that's alternate picking. That's I got through the first book of Berkeley, but it's like my head was ready to blow up.
But he said he'd have me playing like him in no time, but it was my fault because he would give me stuff from I can't think of some of the artists' name off of Vinnie Moore and stuff like that. But I didn't play. I didn't practice like I was supposed to. And he would give me the tabs, write them out himself, and I just didn't get. So it was kind of my fault. Plus, I did the Ibanez 370 I bought. It had the Floyd Rose. Didn't know what it was. I was so naive back then. I didn't know what, I've been playing guitar, so I didn't know what a humbucker was. And the thing wouldn't stay in tune. I said, what how do I, you didn't have the internet back then. Oh, actually we did. 2000, we did have the internet, but the information wasn't quite available like it is now. And so I went with him like 3 months, and he helped a little bit, but I didn't do as good as I should have. And then I quit playing again. I didn't get rid of the guitar. I still had it, but then before I hit 59 and a half, I said I want to get back into guitar playing, right? And at 59 and a half, you can hit your 401k without getting penalized, right?
Right.
So I got a Fender Stratocaster Deluxe when they still made them in the U.S. I got that. I'm going to get something nice for my son because we were apart for other reasons, and look how that turned out. So he picked a 4K TV, which is really expensive, like 6 years ago, 2015.
Yeah.
And so I bought that. Then I started. I got that, but I haven't taken lessons. But I probably learned more in the last 5 years than I did the last 60 years of my life. Just from stuff from YouTube, from everybody in here, post stuff from everybody else, and I'm playing pretty consistently. But I still should practice more. I need to practice. You need to practice stuff that you can't do, not what you can do. You need to practice what you can't do. I recently started using a metronome, and it was working out. But I only did it one day for like an hour.
I'm not trying to learn anything new. It's like I'm beyond all that.
You're just doing your scales over whatever.
All right. Yeah. There's Ruffalo09. Welcome to the chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. He's an actor.
Something about the bends. Different kind of bends, I guess. Actually, swimming back and less drama. Virtue. I can't. I'm trying to catch up with the timing and phrasing. I think is most important. Hack says, and I agree.
It is,
and it's staying in touch, but trying the things that you're trying. Some of the things that you want to play. I mean, you got to really work on the. Yeah, you're probably better off working with a metronome. I
learned parts of Canon D, which I forgot. What that Canon D song is that the guy from Korea.
No.
I forget his name.
If I heard it, I probably would. But
people in here, they know what I'm talking about. I'll bet you. And I could play a little bit of parts of that. I tried to play Cliffs of Dover, and I can play part of that. Just can't play it fast.
Right.
But some of it sounds pretty cool.
That something like that. If you want to get it down to the speed of the way the song actually goes, the metronome would be the way to go, probably.
Or play it and just speed it up.
Another thing you could do, you want to buy another toy, is get a drum machine. A cheap.
But you can download all those. You can download drum.
Well, then play with
if you have like a DAW, you can download all that stuff.
I think you'd be better off playing to drums and just a metronome. That's me.
No, I think you're right. You're exactly right. Did you play around with the 3 modes of the tuner?
Yeah, I like the strobe best.
See, I like the other one because the strobe is like confusing, at least on mine. And
but the two things, the triangle, whatever you call them, sharp and flat. Well, there we go. It's backwards. So weird. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they seem to get solid easier on the strobe. That fine is for me.
I
Really,
didn't know how to. I never bothered trying to. I didn't know how to turn it on until you were saying something,
yeah.
which is real easy.
Well, I
But I
tried
didn't
it.
know. Hey,
I messed with it tonight when I was having problems trying to tune the Epiphone. I have to get that back to Jesse because something's really wrong with that. I mean, I'm hitting an E string, high E string. It's in tune to the other guitar almost, and it's reading a C. It's an E string. It's not a C string, you know. So I don't know. Something's wrong with the guitar, electronics on that guitar, I think. So,
yeah.
but it
YouTube is
worked
my.
fine with my Les Paul, so I went with the
I
Les
just
Paul.
learned so much. Frank C. I play so much stuff with YouTube. Actually, what I do, I download the videos. So anything I want to learn, I download. So I'll have it.
Dan,
So
I don't think playing with a moving time sheet. I don't know if playing exactly on time robs all feeling. You got to change your phrasing, but your phrasing has to be in time. You got to be in time.
Isn't that what you
What?
have you have the trio?
The Trio Plus.
That's what Sonya has.
Yeah, the Trio Plus is. I mean, unless you're going to play with other music, like I have nobody else to jam along with. Nobody. Okay, so the trio is like a band. I mean, you got bass and drums, and the drums might be a little lame, but they sound good to me. And the bass, I don't know anything about a bass, so that I got a bass line. You can manipulate it and get different type bass lines, different type drums. You know, there's for each genre. You know, rock, jazz, blues, country, whatever. And then it's a looper, so you can play, once you get set it up with the bass and the drums for, let's say you're playing just E minor to A7, down by the river, you got that going. And now you can hit a button and you play the chords in time with the drums and the bass. And whereas we were talking about this last week, I think with most loopers, if you loop the chord progressions that you're going to play along to, or the riff you're going to play along to, with distortion and delay, no, with chorus, but you want to jam with distortion and delay, it changes the rhythm and it doesn't work. So the trio gives you whatever rhythm you program into it, sound, and now you can anyway. It's Trio Plus to me is a great. It's a band in a box.
I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to fire up the Helix. See, but when I put it so you can hear, they won't hear you, but I have to go back and forth.
Okay, that's all right. Just mute me. You want me to mute me?
Actually, no, they might hear you. Mute where I can mute you. But I have to go back and forth between this and the other interface. All right, I got to let it boot up. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Oh, man.
Am I muted?
Mm-hmm.
Testing? Test. Testicles? That was good. That was good. Is your guitar turned off? There you go. You can play that thing. Mitch, you're muted. Somebody tell Mitch to unmute.
Can you hear? I heard
Yeah,
you.
now we
Can you hear? I could hear you the whole time.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
So I'm switching. I had to switch interfaces.
I don't know how you do all that. I meant to say something. Hey,
But I didn't know if it was too loud or not.
We broke 20 views during the chat. We were at 23 at one point. Who was it? Sonia or Sandra or Sonia? One of them mentioned that. Cheering us on. There's Six Stream Brian's here. Hey, Brian. And,
hey, Brian.
Jesse came back. Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. You know, when I first Jesse's Spacey Jazzy Bluesy is the first guy I met on YouTube before I met you, and he had a big channel years ago, and then he kind of he blew up his channel and had it. He just needed to take a break. But when he had when his show was running full time, he took like 3 of my guitars and he set them up really well. But on all 3 of them, he did videos of after he did it and he played it, and it's like the guitars never sounded to me when I played him the way when he played them. You know, the difference between a real guitar player. But the one was my Torero, my Paul Reed Smith with the Floyd Rose. I will never buy a Floyd Rose guitar again. Never. I don't know what to do with it.
There's Tony. Fruitcake Tony is in here. Hi, Tony. Joe Rubio.
Okay. Hey, there you go. Oh, and somebody else, Kim's in.
Brian.
Giordatus,
I don't know.
Giordatus, there you go. Something like that. Welcome. Joe Rubio.
Welcome.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard for me. When I'm playing, I play a certain way and I have my head stand. I can't play.
You look.
I miss a lot. I miss a lot of
a little cramped, but that sounded really good. And the kill switches to die for. You know, that's I forgot about the kill switch when I did that goodbye to Gelvin video. I forgot it had a kill switch. That is kind of cool. I'm no good with it. But dude, you got all that stuff down. You got the tapping down. You got the harmonics.
I don't remember how to do the tap, and I had to look on that video, and I got to. Just never practiced
like
it.
You knew what you're doing to me. He fooled me because it sounded good.
The video was old, but I'm only playing the one part now. I don't remember the rest of it. It's one thing. When I knew the. I hope I don't get flagged for just talking about the Eagles, but in Hotel California, I had Chris Zupa, somebody I follow on YouTube, a good guitar instruction, and he's into metal and everything. But he put up a good tutorial on Hotel California. Well, they took it down. It was up there for a while, but they took it down.
Yeah.
And
don't mess with the Eagles.
I knew that pretty good. I can't remember how to do it, and it wasn't not that it was all that difficult because nothing. It wasn't real, shreddy like, but it sounded good. But I can't remember how to do it.
I don't know how guys like Hack and Ed Dana, Rick Romanelli, Craig Reckless, the guys in bands remember all those songs and all.
Yeah,
I don't get it. The same way I don't understand how like they can, like, a band has an album out and they go out when they're tour, back in the normal times, how the singers can even remember all the words to all those songs, plus all the old songs that they, from previous albums. You take like a band like AC/DC, got 50 million albums. How do you remember all those? It's beyond me that people can remember.
I don't know the words. I don't know all the words. I don't know the words. All the words to the Pledge of Allegiance or the Star Spangled Banner.
I used to, but Pledge of Allegiance I got, but the Star Spangled Banner. Been a long time since I sang that one. I haven't been to a sporting event for a long time. Lost interest.
How about those How about those? That's the only thing I watch now is football.
Well, look, the team, they've won 4 in a row, and look at the 4 teams they beat. All 4 teams they beat suck. So as soon as they play the Bills or the Steelers or the Chiefs,
they're not going to.
They're going to be one and done in the playoffs unless the other team makes a million turnovers or Lamar is just, I don't think I love Lamar. I just don't think he can win the big game.
No.
There are 4 verses to the Star Spangled Banner. Yeah, Spacey. Don't get past the first verse or it's racist. So we won't go into that. We're not going to go there. But
like Maryland, my Maryland. That's racist too.
Well, I have to change. I guess Maryland's going to have to. It's muscle memory, Don. Well, it is, but it isn't. I don't know, man. That's a lot of muscle memory for all this. If you do, how many sets do you do a night when you back when you were out playing gigs? That's a lot to remember. I guess some people can fake their way through it, but I couldn't. Maybe the chords I could remember, but I couldn't remember. If you're trying to play a lot of the riffs and the licks like the record or the whatever. It's you got to watch what you say today. Got to watch what song you sing. I'm a big one of my old hobbies before I started getting really into guitar again was reading old Westerns. And I love Zane Grey Westerns. You couldn't have a Zane Grey book in school today. Like, the things were different. Things were different.
Oh, yeah. Don't hurt my feelings.
Probably one thing to play a set list, another to play a request. Yeah, it's true, Dan. That's true. Guitar Hack use Core. That's how I got the custom 20. Oh, they're talking amongst yourself. That's cool. That's good. That's good because we're kind of like running out of things here, aren't we?
No, well, yeah, just having fun. I mean,
yeah.
Nothing's rehearsed. I just wanted to talk about our gifts, but I got 2 things to talk about, guitar related,
I got nothing for Christmas, but neither did my wife. We didn't, we don't need anything at this point. There's really nothing, and I'm not buying like jewelry or clothes online for my wife. So we love each other. We gave each other love.
I got her, my stepdaughter helped me. I was asking her, you got any idea what mom might want? Anyway, she wanted the, I got that robotic. I forgot what you call it. It's behind me, actually.
The vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The Romula 614. Got to get that.
A show must have come on for my wife. She went upstairs.
Oh, really? It's getting hard to find something to watch on TV.
Well, we have Netflix through the end of the month, and I think she just dumped Netflix because she couldn't, she went through it and she watched several things, but
There's
it's been since March or whatever, April.
a
We've
new
had
thing
it.
came. George Clooney movie just came up on air. It was okay. It was called Midnight Star or something like that. Um, you might like that. You both might like that. But yeah. But other than that, I'm getting trouble finding some good stuff. But we've been watching stuff on
We had
um,
Hulu. We got rid of
Hulu,
Hulu. Yeah.
and I have access to Prime, but I just haven't set it up yet.
It sucks when your TV becomes another landlord.
Yeah, hack it. Yeah. Did you watch the credits? After the credits hack, that was pretty cool.
Hack wasn't real impressed with that movie.
A lot of people it didn't. It had mixed reviews. I mean, I'm into all that stuff, and it all gets all jumbled up
I
because it's
think they do a
so much
great
stuff.
job with it. I just think that the girl does a good job, I guess, being Wonder Woman. But after Linda Carter, she just doesn't fit the mold for me. She just doesn't have the proper assets to be Wonder
Well,
Woman.
well.
If you all know what I mean. We got ladies in the chat, so we don't want to.
Well,
I'm very
if you have HBO, do you have HBO? You could watch it.
No, we got rid of HBO. We got rid of HBO and Cinemax. We kept Showtime. I wanted the Western channel, so we have Cinemax. No, we have Stars, Showtime, Epic. I don't know. And I don't understand what's wrong with Verizon. They have on demand, so you can watch stuff without commercials, right? They keep it ain't broken. They keep fixing it. I can't even figure out how to use it hardly. They make it so
Um,
difficult. I feel sorry for the real older folks. I'm old, but I'm not. I still have my wits about me to a degree. But they make it so hard to navigate to find what you're trying to find. It's why do they keep
if
changing stuff?
if you're a Linda Carter fan, you probably have to watch Wonder Woman '84. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
really? Okay, all right.
You have to watch the whole thing
But
though.
they have a good villain.
Nah, I'll give it. I gave it away. Y'all can hate me, but they show something after the credits. She's
All
in
right.
it.
Well, no more because a lot of people haven't watched it yet. We don't want to be movie
So
spoilers.
I watched it twice because started watching when we had all the people over the house, but we couldn't hear anything. So I watched it Christmas night, and
Nothing worse
just,
than going out to dinner with another couple and then somebody tells you all about a movie they just watched and you really wanted to see it and they ruin it. They tell you all about it. It's like,
I
don't tell me about it. I ain't seen it yet.
I know
So don't do that.
people get pissed off about that. It doesn't bother me. You can tell me ahead of time what it's about. It doesn't bother me. But I like probably my favorite superhero is Superman. Because when I was a kid, when I was growing up a kid, and you're in Baltimore, outside Baltimore, we could only get 3 channels. You get 2, 13, 11. That was before,
Right, right.
So unless you had a roof antenna. So my friend lived up the street or wherever, he could get Washington channels. Well, they played the reruns from the old Superman series, and
Right.
I'm like, with George Reeves, I'm like blown away. Even though it
As
was,
a kid, I watched that, but I never really liked that because two reasons. The first one is that he didn't look like Superman or Clark Kent at all, and B, he wasn't very much. Superman was like Mr. Muscles. George Reeves didn't have any muscles. I
well, it's back then, but
I
still,
know, I know. It
I
was
mean, I was sold. I mean, I just thought, oh my gosh, this guy is flying. And I think I might have mentioned it before that my dad was in a service with George Reeves in the Army.
really. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know. Wow.
yeah, in the states. My father, he didn't. My father, he wanted to be a bombardier. This is during World War II, but
Oh man,
his eyes, he wore glasses. So
that
he
might have
never
been a
made
good thing. You watch
he
any of
never
those
made it out of
movies?
this. He never made it out of the states.
I
I
forget the
think
name. I
he
forget the
was in
one movie.
Arkansas.
Real good movie about those guys. And oh my God, the guy that in the little the little thing underneath the plane with the machine gun, he was like a
Oh,
sitting duck for the fighters, that
yeah,
would attack the bombers. Oh my God.
yeah.
watching
Hey,
movies and started
Sean.
curiosity stream and educational and document. Well, I watch a lot of seal rescues and raccoons on YouTube.
Yeah, I've been watching. I watch a lot of computer related stuff, right?
Some
The
of the
computer repair, and I watch a lot. You get these spam phone calls, right? So there's a lot of
yeah,
YouTube channels. They're spamming the spammers.
I've been watching that guy. He's funny as can
There's
be.
all There's all different ones. I don't know who you're watching, but they're but it's good. It's it's although it gets a little long. So I called him a couple of times, started giving him hell. I I don't know if I think I might have recorded a couple of years ago, but but if you get somebody from the IRS calling you up and they have an American name with an Indian accent, hang up.
Yeah. Well, I learned the hard way when I the first, my wife was way ahead of me with we had the regular before the we just do laptops. She's got her laptop, I got mine. But when we just had the one computer, and I got involved in this baseball league, so I had to learn how to, send out emails and all that stuff. So I was on Gmail, okay, and I was April Fool's 2020. My wife was April Fool's 88. We got married on April 1st in 88. So she was 80, April Fool's 88. Well, I didn't know it. I got an email and it looked like Google, and somebody hijacked my channel. I
Oh,
didn't know. I
really?
got, yeah. So now I'm Yahoo, April Fool's 2020 at Yahoo. So, but I learned the hard way. But yeah, it's some people you just don't know. So I don't answer anything from
A good
any.
habit. A good habit to do is change your passwords often. Which,
Yeah,
I mean, you should. I mean, I'm not good on everything, but change your passwords often. Um, I
and
remember we were we were in when they used to have the old Google Hangouts. Remember when they had the Google Hangouts? You could bring people in. You didn't have a green room
right.
like
Everything
so
was better.
you get a pervert could come there right away. You could be online. So, but we got somebody came in and he called my house like on the phone like within 2 minutes. Got my son's pet. My son was in the room with. He got his password like within minutes.
You're
And
kidding.
yeah,
Oh my god.
that was about I don't know.
Did they get in any of your financial stuff or anything?
No.
Yeah,
No,
that's
they
my
just
only
they
fear.
just got into his Gmail account and got his password, and I changed mine real quick. But my phone number, you can just search online, you'll find my phone numbers. Uh, but
Um,
yeah,
I'm reading about the ball Tourette. That's what it's called. Okay.
if you get a phone call from the spammer saying that your Microsoft license has ran out, there's no such thing. Or um, something from the IRS. It's all BS. Um, but I get these ones. They're probably legit, but they want you to buy your car warranty has ran out, and they want you to buy an extended
Right.
warranty.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the if you
Every once in a while, I say, I got an 18-year-old truck or 19, almost 19-year-old truck, and it's got 150,000 miles on it. You're going to give me an extended warranty on it? Yeah. Right. Okay. Sure.
yeah
I get a lot of calls for I love it when these guys call. It's usually the for the firefighters or the police, and I don't mind giving them money, but I just don't know if they're really getting it, so I'm not doing anything from a phone call. But they call up and they ask for Janet. It's like, who's this? So I get sick of it. So now when people call up and ask, is Janet there? I say she doesn't live here anymore. She left. Don't call
my
anymore.
Rick
Oh, I'm
Hefner
sorry.
on my cell phone it'll tell me it's spam. I keep where I live at. I get a lot of drop calls. Just the cell service is right where my mobile home is. It's really bad, but I'll get some of them. But I put the sound down. I don't hear it, and I can see where they called, and then I'll look at the number and it says spam, and I'll block it or
I got a call the other day from somebody that was restricted, so I guess I blocked them before, and they're still trying to call me.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's why I still have a landline because of just to be safe because, like I said, the cell phones don't work too good right around here.
I'm a little
Um,
shocked of the 20 some people that were in here that only Brian S., it seems, got a new guitar for Christmas or around Christmas. Of course, Brian might have got 2 or 3 guitars around Christmas, so hard to keep track of him. I got to go check and see if he's done any videos on them.
yeah, I tell them I don't have a car, Sandra, but I still get them. In my car, what do I got? A 2013 CRV, and it's been paid for.
Well, you're going to keep getting stuff for extended warranties. My God,
Yeah, I'm not worried.
That's
But
a big.
I put gas in my car like once a month now. It's 7 years old, almost 8 years old, and I only have 90,000 miles on it. So I plan to get another 100,000 miles on there.
Easy. Just
at
maintain
least.
it. You will maintain it. Get duct cleaning calls. I have.
Oh, Dan got a new
What?
Les Paul.
Who did? Dan?
Dan.
Oh, all right. Got to go back over. All right. Yeah, I got that. All right. I'll check that out.
Apparently, he has been in 5 car accidents this month. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Well,
Not
no,
really.
no.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, my last guitar. I guess my last guitar was the what was it? May I got the Telly.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. But no more. I just want to learn how to play. To play, I want to learn how to play the way I want to learn how to play.
All right.
Not like what you just heard a little while ago. And then again, like I can, if I play too slow, I'll just speed it up on YouTube.
Well, that's kind of like getting a Christmas for a guitar. Christmas, getting a guitar for Christmas. That's cool. Good. Yeah, I like my telly. It doesn't really, but my telly doesn't sound like yours or Hacks or Ed's or anybody. What I call a
But
real telly.
it sounds really good though.
Well,
It still sounds.
that's
really
the
good.
Helix. That's the Helix.
You got the humbuckers, right? Is
Well,
it 2 humbuckers?
it's not. It's got an S1 switch, so it's basically like a Strat. It's a 5-way switch. So you got 3 pickups. Okay, see that's the thing. I have 3 pickups. So if you play it in the middle pickup, it sounds like a telly. It's just the single coil. Then you have the in between positions like a Strat. Then you have the neck and the bridge, and they're single coil, but the position 2 and 4, you push in the little button on the volume knob. You push in and push it in,
Uh,
and that turns it in. That's an S1 switch. That turns it into a humbucker. It's not quite like a humbucker, but
I have that
you
on
can get
my
a lot
Strat.
of sound. Huh?
I have that on my Strat where I push the button in, and it disables everything. It only stays at one level,
Right.
but it gives it more. I forgot how everything works on it. I got a diagram. It came with it. Tells you whatever if I knew where it was.
All right.
But I like my Tele. I like my Strat.
I love mine.
A lot of people don't like those. You got the noiseless pickups on yours, or
Yeah, they're whatever.
People put them down, and they sound good to me. I don't know.
Well, again, you're not hearing much of the actual guitar when I play because I've got so much crap on, delay, reverb, whatever. Even in my clean settings are pretty loaded with effects. So.
You know what I did this morning? I went to bed about 3:00 and I fell asleep maybe not too long. And I got up at 5:15 to go to the bathroom. Then I'm like wide awake. And then, I've been having issues with this computer. I've always had some issue where when it starts, everything turns on, but it won't output to the monitor. And I'm not the only one on this, with the components I have in here. And I get all the updates, and there's BIOS, firmware updates to the motherboard, BIOS updates. So I'm looking. I haven't last update I had was June, right? So I'm looking on the ASUS motherboard site for that board. There's like 6 or 8 updates since then, BIOS updates. And a couple more betas. I don't want to mess with the betas. So I think I put 6 of them, 5 or 6 of them in last night. I did it. I didn't skip any. I just wanted to go in order. And a lot of them were addressing the memory. because when I set the memory to the speed it's supposed to run, that's when I have the issue. But I can go months without it happening. Then I go to turn it on, and it won't. Everything turns on, but it won't output to the monitor. I reboot it, and it's fine. It's the only issue I had, and it works great. But I bought the extended warranty on that motherboard, which is only $16 at Micro Center. But I can't find my install CD that came with it, and I can't find the manual, and they might not, But I can.
Do you have any boxes that you haven't unboxed from?
I got the box it came in. I was thinking about. I was getting ready to. That's why I bought this other table, and I was going to take it apart and get a different motherboard. But other than that, it runs good. All I got to do is reboot, and it's fine. Do I want to go through all that trouble? Because this has all the RGB lighting on there, and I don't want to take it. Well, I wouldn't have to take everything apart, just the board out. But knock on wood, maybe these BIOS updates will fix what was going on with it. Because some of them are addressing memory compatibility problems, and maybe it's all right now.
I have absolutely no idea what you were talking about. But
sorry,
you do, and
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay. That's okay. Now, do you have any boxes of stuff from your room, your studio from when you moved that you haven't unpacked?
No,
I might have stuff in it.
I got everything I bought for this. I have it. I know where it's at. But I think I had the manual in here, and I might have thrown it away. But it could be here. I mean, but I have it all together in the box where the case came in. I built two of them. I built this one, then a few minutes later, I built another one. The other one I had no issue with, but I never have it. I don't know why I built another one. Plus, I got an i7. I got a 5-year-old Asus laptop. It works pretty good. I brought since last week talking, I brought my Helix. It was on the floor. I got it on the table.
Yeah,
right now.
you put it up on the table.
I can't.
You showed me a picture. You sent me pictures of that. That's cool.
Yeah. Now I messed myself up. Oh. All right. So I can play with it, and, what have you.
Hey, Mitch, your head's going. No, okay. Move your head to the other way. The other way. Go the other way. Yeah. You go. It goes into the world. Your head
I'm using
the center of
I'm
the
using
earth.
OBS. I'm using OBS, and I crop things so to get.
Okay.
Like I got you. Well, you know what it looks like if I don't have that stuff on, right?
Right. It's green screen.
I got. Let me show you what that looks like.
Where's the fireplace?
That's what it looks like.
Right.
And I crop things up, and
okay. That was cool though. When you leaned the one way, your head kept disappearing in.
Yeah, because I got it. See, I got it cropped up in a certain way. Let me turn it back on, and I can probably filters. That should be back on. Because I took the fireplace. Do I still have it?
Yeah, Kim. We noticed before that you were here. We just don't know how to pronounce your last name. We don't want to butcher it too bad.
Yeah, I got rid of the fireplace, but I still have.
I like the moving fiirplace. That was cool. And the tree moved too. Had little feet on
the lights,
little feet.
The lights would twinkle and all that.
Yeah, but sometimes you move the tree back and forth. It was
I can move back.
Feet underneath. Had little feet. Can you move the earth?
Yeah, I can move the Yeah, I can move it here. I can move that. I can put.
You can do the little bouncy ball thing.
I can put it in front of me.
That is so far beyond me that I can't.
It's easy to do.
I know.
It works
wait a second. Say George Jetties.
George Jetties.
Let me see. Wait a minute. Where? Oh, George. Okay. All right, we were trying to add syllables there. Say George Jetties. Okay. But fast. George Jetties. Okay. I'm sticking with Kim. That's easier for my pea brain. All right.
I made myself bigger.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, Well, one day if we ever get together, I'll show you how to, if you want to, and you'll be surprised how easy it really is.
As soon as they say it's semi-safe for people to cross the state line
right.
and be in the same house together. But you know,
but OBS can be buggy on certain things.
I tried that one time. You got me started, and then all of a sudden I had 50 million tunnel. What I call tunnels. All those things. You know.
Yeah. Well,
oh my God.
But because you're showing your desktop, and it's gonna.
I still have the shortcut, but yeah, I'm desktop forever. I can't. I'm not going with any more worried about it getting too hot or, the laptop was
your
made
laptop.
For me.
Your laptop is good for it. Should handle OBS just fine.
Oh yeah.
I think you got a 6 gigabyte card in there, NVIDIA card. I believe it was 6 gigabyte.
16 GB DDR4 memory.
That's your system memory, and then your video card is
at least 6 gigabyte. Yeah, 6 gig. I see that. GTX 1060 was 6 GB.
That should be fine for
dedicated. What's a VRAM compared to a RAM?
I don't know. Everything virtual RAM, but it should work good. Right. I mean, it works for what you're doing now. It works really well.
I only use it upstairs in my music room with the Helix, and I use it. I can take the headphone out into my mixer for backing tracks, and I have a DAW. I had started with Pro Tools, and I'd got a DAW. I mean, I got a interface, and I did one video with it. I took it down because nobody watched it, and it didn't sound that good. But the last time I tried to do anything, I tried to get the drums and the bass from the Trio Plus into the Pro Tools, and it wasn't working, and I gave up. And I dumped Pro Tools, and I have Reaper, but I haven't even opened up the license yet. I bought the license. I haven't even opened it up yet.
That sounds right to me, Rick.
Temporary space on your hard drive.
It can use your hard drive as RAM if it needs it. See, I have 32 of mine, 32 gigabytes system memory. And then the card I have in here, well, the better card's in another computer, but I have an AMD Radeon 580 X580 something like that. It's an 8 gigabyte card, but it's a cheaper one. It was less than 200.
Sprigen Sie Deutsch. You guys,
I just hope I hope those updates or the BIOS updates all worked. Well, they had in my motherboard, which is an Asus X570, blah 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 blah, Tough Gaming motherboard. It had where you can update. You're in a BIOS, but you could update online. It's not there anymore. So where is it? Because I'm looking. I don't see it up there. So you got to actually download. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Happy New Year, buddy. So I downloaded so I had to download and put on a sub drive, blah blah blah. But Ryan from the Midwest, he's on Dave's show all the time.
I don't see him.
Ryan from the Midwest, you don't see him?
Why don't I see him?
Ryan from the Midwest.
I know Ryan from the Midwest. Is he the golfer, or is that that's John Bingham? He's the golfer. Okay. Yeah. Ryan's a good player. He plays a telly on some of his videos.
So is John. Listen to John. He's real.
I updated the 3.0, but I didn't update to 3.01 because I think there was a problem with 3.01.
Oh, really? I did.
To 3.01.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I'm good with 3.0.
So you know how to do it now. You can do it.
Oh,
you don't have no problem.
Yeah. There's enough. Yeah, I watched some guy's video. I did it. Actually, you don't need it. You gotta hook up the editor, the HX edit, and do it.
My face. Are they still around? My face. Message you on my face.
Where is Brian? I don't see Ryan in the chat. Isn't that weird? I see. That is really weird. How far back is Ryan's?
He's putting stuff in there recent right now. I mean.
Oh, there he is. Okay, now I see him. Hey, so okay, good. I must have a big delay on my on the chat for my thing. And anybody that said anything, that asked a question or whatever, I apologize, because if I'm trying to pay, this is one of the reasons why I lurk at a lot of streams, because I can't concentrate on what is being said if I'm reading at the same time. It doesn't compute. I know some people can do that. I can't. I'm very bad at that. So a lot of times I'm like I'm in the chat typing, and I don't even know what they're talking. Yeah, too many dead brain cells from the 70s and 80s is all, and the 90s.
All right, I'm looking at something for Ed, and they're low specs, Ed, and it's using a built-in video card. Which is on the CPU. I'm not sure it's going to work any better than what you have now, to be honest with you. It's probably got a beefier CPU compared to what you have now. It's 3.7 gigahertz, but I can't say it's going to work any better. I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to steer people the wrong way. I've done that before, and people complained about it.
Brian, that's just broken E string changing strings. How do you do that? You were distracted, I would say.
Who, me?
No, Brian S. He just broke an E string changing strings on a guitar. He's been changing strings while he's watching the chat.
I hate changing strings. It's probably been over a year since I changed strings.
Right. Oh, and Jesse, if you're still in the Spacey Jazzy, if you're still in the chat, I thought I told you about the S1 switch. Well, it's on. Well, I'll give it to you again sometime. Let you play with it when we. He's going to get ready to. Anybody want a Gelvin guitar? It's going to be on sale in January. Check out Reverb. Search Gelvin guitars on Reverb sometime in probably mid-January. We're selling that bad boy. Be curious to see what we get for it.
And if you can go, if you ever can get to a Micro Center, look at them. See, I have in mine. I have a dedicated graphics card, but that's going to push the price up. You know, for a cheap one, it's $200. A cheap, decent one, at least $200. I don't know if it's going to work good for you or not without having tried it myself. See, I have on my other video card, which I swapped out troubleshooting. I paid $330 just for the video card itself, and it's a gaming card. I don't game, but it's going to help for doing streaming. So I don't know how this is. You can Google the Ryzen 5 3400G. Well, just like Google it on YouTube or something. See how is that for streaming, and you'll get some answers. I don't know, or look at the reviews.
Did you actually save money by building it instead of buying one?
Not necessarily.
But you're getting more tailored to what you want as opposed to what you would buy.
If you get a Dell, I'm using better parts. I guarantee you. You can get a Dell that might be priced right, but they're using a low-end power supply, and they don't build things for airflow, which is really bad. You know, when you're playing games.
Well, that's important for those.
Yeah, you need really good. Yeah, you need really good airflow, and Dell. I mean, they just don't do it, and they'll use tailored stuff made to. You'll get brand name parts in there, but
years ago, I think we had a Dell.
I buy Dell, but I don't. I had a Dell i5. I had a couple, and I gave to my sister, but they weren't too bad. They were built like where you could upgrade it, but now they make them. They make them really hard. You have to get stuff through them, but their airflow is terrible.
Good night, Sonia. Thanks for being in the chat and cheering us on. Appreciate that very much.
Yeah, we're gonna call it. It's been 2 hours. That's been a fast 2 hours, man.
And I don't have a Gelvin anymore. I gave it to Spacey Jazzy Bluesy, and he had to fix a few things. Wanted to put some new switches or whatever on it, and he's going to sell it. I don't know how to sell stuff in Reverb and all, so I don't have any. I did a video on it. Goodbye, Gelvin, if you want to, but it was signed by Will. I traded a Gibson Super Strat from the 80s, Super Strat from the 80s to Jesse for the Gelvin, And then when I got the Les Paul and the Telly, I didn't play it anymore. And I'm just curious because there aren't any available for sale. I mean, people that have them either hate them or love them, and they love them so much they're not selling them because you can't find one on eBay or Reverb that I see anyway.
But how
So
was
I can't show it to you, huh?
how was the one you had?
Oh, it was great. I love the neck to
Did you
die
really?
for. I love the neck, but he had Jesse didn't get the ultimate pickup configuration, but he got the next one down. So it had all kinds of toggles and different. Basically, I played that thing. I kept it on the neck pickup, not split or out of phase,
Right.
whatever, in
That's
phase.
like I do with everything for the most part.
Well, I'll tell you what, on my Les Paul, I love the bridge pickup on that thing. I never played a bridge pickup except on a Strat occasionally, and I rarely play the Strat, but just doesn't. I like it, but I don't. But I couldn't get the sounds out of any of the other pickups the way I like to play. So
All right, I'm going to post your link again. So Don,
it's 2 and 3 chord jam. It's just number 2, capital N, 3 chord jams. You'll find me.
Here
Hey,
you go,
there's Dave Stafford. The only guy with a cool channel, which everybody's got a cool channel, but a big channel with merchandise that has a hat. Dave Stafford. You can get a very cool hat, or at least
I ordered Dave. I ordered a shirt. I ordered off of Joe Wentz's site. But it's got you, Joe, and R2R3 on there. It should be here Thursday.
Cool.
A T-shirt, And actually, Joe invited me in yesterday, but I had my phone in the other room. I'm in here. Actually, I was watching a football game, and I came here later on Dave's show. Dave's
Guitar Channel.
Yeah, and so I didn't know anybody messaged me, but I was real nice of Joe. Anyway, so we've been on for about 2 hours talking about nothing, but we have these great people in here.
How many are in the chat now? I can't type. By the way, I can't answer the chat. Next week I will set up my other computer so I can talk in the chat. But
23 watching.
Wow, we've reached the big time,
fine.
Mitch. We're over 20. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I got that braided. What did I get? 40-some subs from being in Dave's channel the other day.
Yeah, that's
Dave's
cool.
Guitar Channel. It's unbelievable.
Cool. Yeah, I think everybody hit the. Is Ryan in the Midwest still here? Ryan, did Ryan did everybody get subs? Ryan and John and who else was in there? Did Laurie get a bunch of subs from it?
She did. No, I don't think Ryan was in there. Was he in there at that time? I can't remember. I think it was me, Dave, and Laurie, and Krellbar. Yeah, I know Laurie got like 40-some, I think, maybe more. I think Dave got up to 200 and like $100 in super chats or something like that.
Hey, Ed, I don't know. Just a second. Hey, Jesse, how much are we asking for the Gelvin? I don't know. I gave it to him. I said, put it on whatever you think we can get for it. How much are you going to pay? I could turn into the car salesman. Well, what number did you have in mind, sir?
I never.
The proper way was what realistic figure did you have in mind? The key word realistic. So no matter whatever they said, well, that's not really realistic.
Never trust a car salesman.
You don't want to buy it from me. You're buying it from Jesse, from Spacey Jazzy Bluesy.
I don't know how many times I looked into thinking about trying to sell cars.
Hack, we're going to take this show on the road as soon as COVID clears up. We're going nationwide. We're going to go big time. I'm going to get an advertising company and.
Like Seinfeld has nothing on us. Their show about nothing.
And then I gotta find somewhere else to live because my wife will boot me. She goes, "Yeah, you go out on the road and don't come back." Iced tea, folks. Iced tea.
That's what I had.
Well,
It's gone now.
Yes,
And
Brian. Brian, I'm a used car salesman. I'm very slimy. I guess did Jesse leave? Spacey Jazzy Bluesy. What are we asking for the
Galvin.
Kelvin? He might have left. He might have left us. Anyway, we'll discuss. I'll give you a price next week.
We're gonna. Hugh wants to come in sometime and talk about nothing. No, he would have. He would have. He has a lot. He has a lot to talk about.
He's a guy.
He is a professional.
Yeah, he's another guy. All these guys. They don't make mistakes. That's that's why there's guitar players like us when we do our jams or whatever.
You see what Stafford says? I don't know if you know, but I think I know. Would that be?
No, don't. We're not bringing up that. No.
Something to do with a rag or something?
Yeah. I can't afford that. Can't afford those guys.
I do have it set up where it's not made for kids. All my videos, even though they probably really are.
How long is that clock? Said 1:55. Which one? Oh, the grandfather clock. A long time. I did something wrong. It was my duty to pull the things, wind it up, and I let it go. So we haven't figured out how to get it so that it chimes properly with the time. Talking about the grandfather clock.
Maybe I might have one next week.
What's that?
A grandfather clock.
Oh, cool. I miss it. I'm glad that it's
not a real one, but it might look real to you guys.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm sure I can find one. Actually, I could do yours.
They tried to get Superman in every scene everywhere. Okay. I didn't say. Yeah, you did not say it, Dave. I appreciate that. We do have ladies in the chat. At least we have Sandra. We don't. I think Sonia had to go take care of the critters.
So let's plug everybody else in here that has channels and to watch, and they do live stuff. Geez. Well, you got Ed Dana. He does some live stuff. Brian
just 1 second. Jesse, how much are we asking for the Gelvin? Go ahead.
Brian S does some live stuff. Sandra Picorni, she does her communication breakdown. I think you're still on at 7, and then Fruitcake Tony is on at 9 now, and then we have Stafford Studio at 10 Eastern Time on Fridays. I think I got it right. And then Brian does stuff.
Okay, Jeff.
6-string Brian does stuff on Mondays at 7.
Mondays.
When he does. I think I got it all right. Did I miss anybody?
Did we get Guitar Hack tomorrow night at 8 o'clock?
The biggest one. Guitar Hack.
Yeah, Guitar Hack.
Yeah, he's on.
He's going to have a good recap, 2020 recap show tomorrow night. He'll be jamming a little. He'll be playing a little bit. That's always good. Fruitcake Tony does his thing on Saturday. A lot of Saturday.
He's switching to 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Oh, cool. All right, I might catch that then. Because usually Saturday during the day, I can't really do too much during the day.
I haven't been feeling really good lately. I mean, and my knees have been bothering me really bad. I mean, my weight. But so I haven't been going out. My wife she went to the shopping center yesterday. But tomorrow we got to go to Sam's Club. We got one of those memberships. My daughter gave it to us. So anyhow. Show me your pick.
The warranty on that guitar will be 30 minutes or 30 feet. Whichever comes first. So 30 feet. You get the guitar, you go 30 feet, and the warranty's expired.
All right, so I'm going to say goodbye and Happy New Year, but don't go anywhere, Don. I'll talk to you.
All right, Happy New Year, everybody. And
Happy New Year. I'm going to play my goofy little intro that I downloaded from I forgot what it's called.
Should I mute?
Yeah, you can mute because I got to turn the sound on. So everybody be safe, be kind to your neighbors, and whatever Cal Burnett used to say, I don't know what she said, but it was always nice. So Happy New Year's, everybody. and I'm gonna put my roll on, but I need to turn the sound on here, B1, and bye everybody.
All right, just us.
Yeah, let me turn. I got to turn that B1 so you don't get the echo. Okay, it's all.